Welcome back to Titanic Field. We got the championship game, and it looks like the Pot Bellies are rolling out Big Dick player, Ranch Daddy, who's fresh off a perfect game. He's going to face Chris Warfield and the Aces, to who the Aces are going to throw out. And Warfield sends one to right center for a one-pitch single for an early base runner. Good start, good start, Panic quickly works ahead of
51. Thank you. I was willing to accept that as a strike until he spoke.
Little hot. And that's going to come in at 37.
37 miles per hour.
You can see it?
I can see it, yeah. As Tanik comes right back with the same 12-6 for strike 2. And he gets Patrica swinging at the third consecutive. What's good, Shelly Duncan?
I'm gonna come.
And we're joined in the booth here by Shelly. As Tanik starts Carrasco off with a 63-mile-an-hour four-seamer, that's going to be no good. Well over the threshold of 49. But he comes right back with a nasty 12-6, 48, which is good for a strike. And we got a slider. Carrasco does a nice job of fighting it off. Stay alive. That's a little hot, 51. Even the count at 2s.
51 miles per
And that's at 51 as well. Just over the threshold to work the count full. And Carrasco does a beautiful job fouling off a tight pitch that was going to be very close. Sorry, Shelly. It was a good fight. Count is full.
It is a good fight. Good
Count is full.
I shouldn't have swung at that 3-0 pitch.
And Carrasco sends one deep to left.
But I wanted to take out.
But it catches a little hedges. Catches a little hedges for an automatic foul ball. We're going to do it again. It's Tanik.
That was a good at bat.
Incredible. That might be the best at bat of the night, Shelly.
That was a nice at bat.
Carrasco did a nice job fouling off 2-3 tight pitches from Tanik to work the 3-2 1-out walk to put runners at first and second. A lot of wind, a lot of adversity for pitching here in the championship game.
Yeah.
Really moving out there in left center. Woo! And that was low for ball 2. Tanik missing just in as the count is favorable for ace stud Dan.
3-1 hitters count.
And that's going to miss high for ball 4.
Tanik get in a little bit of trouble here, man.
Yeah, I agree, Shelly. It looks like Tanik's
in a little bit of trouble here. He's got bases
The wind
loaded.
is quite the adversity here. It's going to be a very interesting game.
It's bases loaded, no outs, right?
We got bases loaded, 1 out.
1 out, 1 out.
It's Derek. 59.
59. Really hot.
It's a little hot.
Really
59.
hot. That pitch is on fire. That's not a little
As
hot.
Tanik finds the strike zone, but it's a little too hot, so it's going to be even at 1s. As Derek coming fresh off a game-winning home run. That's 47. That's going to be a strike.
That was a nasty pitch, man.
Nasty slider from Tanik in a tough situation.
It's a big pitch here, man.
I agree, Shelly. Huge pitch. He throws a 45-mile-an-hour ephus that's high and in. That's going to even the count at 2s. Oh, nasty 12-6. Nasty 12-6.
I don't know how you hit that, man.
You can't. I don't think you can.
I don't think you
And
can.
you got to swing because it is a strike.
You got to swing. It's a strike.
Sometimes you got to
That's
tip
what
your cap to the pitcher. He throws, just gets big. Just gets big in a big spot. This Tanik gets a big bases loaded 1-out strikeout. So we're going to have 2 outs here. As the Irishman swings through a low slider.
Yeah, that was a huge strikeout, man.
Big spot here. As Tanik throws a little Louis Tiant.
49 miles
Doesn't fool the Irishman as we go even here at 2s. Nasty.
Woo!
54, a little hot.
A little hot.
Little hot. And we got a full count. The base runners will be
We had
moving.
the opposite radar going of Monday night. Everything was reading high. On Monday, everything was reading low.
And Tannic comes up huge with a strikeout.
That was big. Two
You know,
strikeouts.
hey, you know what it
Two
might be?
strikeouts
It might be
in a
the
row.
wind. That didn't look 54, but it said 54.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same for both sides, but yeah, I threw one that was probably low 40s just to get a strike, so that was kind of weird.
The wind is fighting the pitcher. So you would think,
so
if
maybe
anything, it should be,
the throw
it should be
comes
harder.
in,
It should be slower.
and it's
so.
reading here, but it's dying as it comes, so that could be it.
Could be reading release point, maybe?
Yeah, that could be it.
So, like, the appearance is much quicker than in reality.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, arm angle, like higher, it reads slower, lower reads faster.
I remember guns, when we would do showcases, pitches that were high came out hotter than pitches that were low.
And this is the exact opposite. For whatever reason, this reads the exact opposite.
51 miles per hour.
So Tannic does a great job working in and out of trouble, dealing with these tough conditions. Excuse me, folks, I'm gonna grab a beer. I'll be right back.
No, sit. I'll get you one.
47 miles per hour.
Correction, I am not going anywhere.
Don't. Bobo's got a broken foot, and you're sending
I mean,
Bobo to get
I'm
you a
not
beer.
sending anything.
Bobo just, he wouldn't even.
That's not 85.
85 miles
That's
per
not
hour.
85. Try again.
No, it's
It said 52.
It said 85 here.
it said 52 and then 8.
Okay. It could have been the swing.
The
It might have been the
swing,
swing.
All right.
Maddie, one thing you can't talk about alcohol apparently. The second thing is the beverage you were drinking is no longer there. So I bought you one of those,
I'll go.
one of those, or one of those.
Thank you. I'll probably drink all of them. So we're gonna get started here as Tannic looks at 2 quick balls from Carrasco. This is an interesting move by the Aces. As I really thought they would roll out Main Dan, they're gonna go with their other ace, Alex Carrasco, who's quickly struggling.
78 miles per hour.
Matt and I
Maddie,
were just
I'm going to let
talking
you know a secret.
about
The wind
how
has
the
picked
Aces
up
were
and
having
pitching is
trouble.
hard right
Pitching is very difficult. We're getting that straight from the source. Carrasco deals a strike 2 to Nicky D. What was that, Shelly?
I said Matt and I were just talking in the kitchen earlier about how they were loading the bases. Oh my goodness!
Not to cut you off, Shelly, but we just
sick
witnessed
play.
an incredible
What an
defensive
incredible
play. Irishman Patches O'Flanagan makes a beautiful tip up to Main Dan from shortstop and makes the over-the-shoulder grab for out number 1, which could have been a huge disaster for the Aces. And that's a strike for 47. Tides are quickly turning on the Pot Bellies, which could have been no out. First and third is now 1 out, down 2 strikes for artist JDN. As Rambo comes with the sidearm. That's slowing in. Dude, this is nuts.
Yeah, the wind is pretty insane right now, Maddie.
We got a tornado blowing in from left
Yeah.
center. Good take by JDN. So Shelly, you were previously in the bar with Matt Patricus, star of the Aces.
Yeah, he was talking about their troubles of leaving bases loaded all season, of getting the bases
Interesting.
loaded all season. It's interesting that they start the championship match with bases loaded. No runs scored.
Great observation, Shelly.
No runs scored.
Sometimes you just can't flip that switch from regular season to postseason. The
Yeah.
problems that
Same problems are following
you just can't,
into the postseason.
can't just turn it off. Aces, big problem, left on base, men left on base. They just can't seem to capitalize enough to get some runs across the plate. And that's going to bring up Bobo Borzamati with 2 outs. As he takes a high curve from Carrasco at 44.
Nicks the top left corner.
Great
Yeah.
pitch. Tries to come back with 48 on the inner half, and Bobo's not having any of it.
Too smart for that, man.
I couldn't agree more, Shelly. Bobo's a veteran hitter. He knows the strike zone. He's not swinging at anything that's out of the zone. He swings
Where's
at that
one? But
Swings at that 2-2 curve that was very hittable.
It's
Very
hard to
hittable.
control that left side of the aces, Matt.
I agree.
If they got a tough
When you're
defense over
Carrasco
there-
and you know you have some gold gloves behind you,
Yeah.
sometimes finding the strike zone is all you can do. I couldn't agree more.
We got Abby up to bat to start the inning, looks like. She homered in the previous round to win it for the Aces in the 5th inning. To crush my little hopes and dreams of making the championship. She's a dream crusher.
Abby is a tool player. Can hit and field. As she quickly takes 2 balls from Tanik.
6 miles per hour.
Swings at the 3rd pitch. Nice hack.
2-1.
She swings through a nasty 43-mile-an-hour slider to even the count at 2s.
Connects with that one.
Tanik throws a nice slider inside, but Abby gets a good piece to stay alive. But she's going to swing through the 12-6 curve, and that's going to be all she wrote on that at-bat. Great at-bat. Tanik really persevering. That's going to be the first out of the 2nd inning.
I believe this is the 2nd inning. Top of the 2nd inning. Top of the 2nd, yes. Top of the 2nd. 0-0 ball game.
0-0.
We got Chris Warfield up to bat.
This Warfield stands up. Oh, he takes
Nice
a
one
pitch
inside.
just inside.
Right off his chin.
That is a hair inside. Tanik comes back with some heat on the lower half, but it's no good. Oh, he gets Warfield to chase. I think that's... Chad, what do we got ruling?
In
Foul ball?
In base,
Foul off his wrist and
Okay.
Adam made him foul as well by stepping in foul ground.
Got it.
double foul.
So we got a ruling as a foul ball. We're going to do it again here. Very close. That would have been ball 3.
You know, Matt, in actual baseball, the hands are considered part of the
An
bat.
extension of the bat, I
They
agree.
are considered part of the bat. I don't know if football is different than regular baseball, but in regular baseball, that is the rule.
TBD, as Warfield fights off a tight 2-2 slider. That would have been probably a called strike 3. Keep this account alive. Great at bat by
Riding
Warfield.
strong, yeah.
Really fouling off some tight pitches from Tanik. Tanik goes deep in the tank about what he's going to throw here on this 2-2 delivery.
Ooh!
And we
That's
have
it.
top of the
That's
strike
top of the
zone.
strike zone. That's
At
it.
47, you are out
Out
of
of
here.
here. What a pitch. by
What a
Tanik.
pitch. That might have been the pitch of the evening.
That,
It's
that,
just,
that was disgusting. Tip the top.
Tanik was playing a game called Just the Tip with the top half of the strike zone.
Just the tip
Unfair
is a
for
game
Warfield.
that I know
Unfair
well.
for
And
Warfield.
it is always alive.
Dude, it's always fun, man. Always fun.
Jesse, great playing with you.
Till
Great
season
playing with
3.
you this season.
Yeah, till season 3.
Till season 3. Patrick is having some difficulties facing the nastiness of Tanik. But he's going to lay off that 61.
Miles per hour.
That's low and out. But he swings through the 54-mile-an-hour. I don't know what that was. But I do know this, Shelly. It's going to get the Pot Bellies back into the dugout in the bottom half of the 2nd with no score on
No
the board.
score on the board.
Tanik really dealing tonight.
What a good night it was one.
I agree, Shelly.
Tanik Field.
We expected some great competition tonight, and it's delivered.
How many viewers we got now, Maddie?
Danny Eggs, you're blocking the camera. We have 6 viewers.
Yes, I have.
This might be an all-time high.
I have all my friends and family watching me right now.
This might be an all-time high. I think it's the great commentary.
It might. I mean,
It's our
Shelly.
chemistry. It's our chemistry.
Shelly, they come to see the eye candy, and you bring it. That's all that's happens. And here comes Eggs.
They can't even see me though.
Eggs is using a professional wiffle ball bat here. Interesting, bold strategy here, Shelly.
Yeah.
And that's going to get him
That's
looking.
gonna get him looking. Nasty pitch.
Filth. Absolute filth.
Disgusting. How do you swing at that?
You don't?
You don't swing at that.
You don't.
You
You just
look and
You
then
tip your cap to Carrasco saying it's a beautiful slurve. I'm walking back to the dugout.
you
and I'll
walk
get you
away
next time.
shaking your head, have no idea.
Couldn't agree with you.
36 miles per
Carrasco
hour.
deals a 36-mile-an-hour fastball to Becca. And Becca swings,
miles per hour.
sends a ground ball to second, but Carrasco's going to make the
got good
play.
hands. He can't.
Next. A little bit farther back in the box, I think they're going to be good.
And Becca's
Bring
getting
it up,
swing
Janet.
tips from artiste JDN, which she should probably ignore. That's going to bring up Ranch Daddy with 2 outs in a second.
Bottom of the second.
He's going to try to help himself here.
Woo!
He takes an absolute man hack.
Man hack. That's great. A man hack.
Like a
If
lumberjack.
you didn't think there was
Like
a
a
tornado in left center, there's now one at home plate. And Carrasco's going to miss with that 1-2 slider, 0-2 slider. That's now 1-2.
Yeah.
Panic takes lone in. As Carrasco's having trouble finding the strike zone against Tanek.
Or maybe missing on purpose, Matty.
We're going to challenge him here.
Gonna bring up full count.
And we might need to get Carrasco an empty bucket because he's throwing up. So we're 3-2 here against Ranch Daddy.
Big gust of wind.
And that's 4 quick balls. This wind is getting wild here at the ranch.
Definitely getting wild.
29 miles
These trees are blowing.
This is crazy.
Half the swing, look at this way.
Any ball put in play might be over the fucking
Might be
container.
over the fence at this point.
I mean, anything in between. And Carrasco does a great job climbing back in here.
If we can have that one back. Alec, can you do that again, please?
Nope. Foul ball.
That ball.
That was coming back.
And Carrasco throws an 0-2 changeup. He fools Nick Davila, who's way out in front.
51 miles per hour.
Tries to come back in high and hard, but that's no good. So we're going to do this again here at 1-2. And Davila gets under it
The wind died. The wind died.
for a can of corn.
Oh, a rare error by
And it's
the
going to be a
Aces.
dirty...
Everybody okay?
Oh.
We might have an injury on the field.
Hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. We might have had... Tricus might have went hard at this field, but he looks like he's
It
okay.
looks like he's okay. Gonna shake it off.
He's going to shake it off. Always head injuries are always an issue. He looks like he's okay. He gets up on his own free will, which is a good sign.
Didn't have to call the medics in, Matt.
Shelly, that's always a good first sign. And that ball was hit in no man's land, and it was a tough play for the Aces. I'm going to give that a single. That's a tough play. The wind really changing gears for defense. As JDN sends one deep to center. And Patricus coming
comes from
hot off
behind.
the injury.
As Chris stumbles,
Denies JDN of extra bases. Holy cow.
So he was right. He was okay.
he
What
was
a play.
okay.
That was a massive, massive play.
Massive play.
We're going to go to the third with no score instead of bottom 2 with potentially 2 or 3 runs on the board. Game-saving catch by Matt Patricus.
Coming from left field all the way to center.
Shelly, that's why it's a
As
championship
Chris is
game.
stumbling, going back. Can't make the play. Matt
Beautiful
comes
play,
in.
Patricus. Beautiful play.
We're going to start off with Alex, who's in trouble.
Very unselfish by Warfield to know that his Gold Glove left fielder was behind him.
Yeah.
to yield in a spot like that.
He has such a better chance of getting that ball in the same spot.
51 miles per hour.
And here comes Warfield with some in-game commentary to explain his strategic play.
I didn't just fall over.
That was not 41. That seems a lot harder. Yeah. As Carrasco's down early here, 1-2. He takes ball 2.
You get what I'm saying? Like he's coming
No,
across on the line.
absolutely.
39 miles per hour.
The count's quickly 3-2 here with nobody on. Top half of the third. And Carrasco sends one deep to left center.
Yeah, buddy.
You can't
There we
put
go.
Yes, Carrasco hits a ball out of the strike
I
zone.
tried to warn Tanek that Carrasco
Out
was
of
in
the
trouble.
strike
30 miles
zone.
per hour.
That was a great pitch by Tanek.
59
59.
miles per hour.
But Carrasco helps himself to get the Aces the first strike at Blood
1-0.
as they're quickly up 1-0 in the top half of the third.
Good take,
41
Dan.
miles per
Good
hour.
pitch by Tanek, better piece of hitting by Carrasco. And that's what we expect out of the championship game.
43 miles per hour.
That slider is going to be a little bit low and away. .48 is good for strike, and that's going to bring the count full here against New England Dan. And he takes low for ball 4. Great plate
Good eye.
discipline.
Good eye.
Another
Very
good pitch
eye.
by Tanek, but a good take by Main
It's
Dan.
a hard pitch to lay off of.
I agree. I don't think I'm laying. I'm gonna be honest with you, Shelly. There's no way I'm laying off that 3-2. I'm swinging,
Yeah, that's a hard one to lay off.
and I'm not making contact. That's a nasty 12 to 6.
It is Dan Pickering.
But Dan Pickering has some of the best plate discipline in this league.
He does. I will agree with you there.
Watch that bat. Watch that bat.
Tanek throws a slider that just misses the top half of the strike zone. Comes back with a 39-mile-an-hour ephus that fools Derek. Great pitch by Tanek to even the count here at 2s. And then he comes back with a 50-mile-an-hour 12 to 6. 1 mile an hour too hard.
Full count.
Massive coin flip that go in the favor of the
That's a big
Aces.
swing.
And Derek sends one deep to left.
Could be
And
done.
that's God.
What a 1 mile an hour.
What?
1
A
mile an
change
hour.
of events, a borderline pitch, a borderline 2-2 pitch that could have been called strike 3 was a little bit too high.
Win and gets
Game of inches.
2 more runs for the Aces.
Game
now
of
up
inches.
3-0. Huge turn of events.
Huge, Shelly. Shelly, I
Could
can't.
not be bigger. Could not be bigger for
Game
1
of
mile an
inches.
hour fastball.
39, top half of the strike zone.
Somehow makes that hit the strike zone.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable turn of events here. Oh my goodness, Tanek is not messing around
No,
now.
Tanek, that's great resiliency
He's
out of
not messing
Tanek to
around
come
now.
right back.
He's coming right back out. Strikes out the Irishman, bringing up Abby.
And that's going to bring up Abby with 2 out.
2 out.
Phillips.
2 outs.
Phillips, 2 out.
Just
You're the-
misses
you're the
there.
scoreboard.
Just misses the strike zone.
Scoreboard.
2 outs.
Yeah, I got the board, yeah. Is it 3-0 with 2 out?
32 miles per hour.
1 out or 2 out? 1 out.
1 out. Only 1 out.
And Abby sends one
fights that one off.
north of Arville Street, but that's a little foul. Oh, and she swings at the 51-mile-an-hour curve. And Tanek.
That's 2.
Tanek does a great job of bearing down here to get back-to-back strikeouts.
But the damage has been done.
Shelly, a lot of damage. They lose a coin flip. It's a 2-run swing, but you know what? I love the resiliency being shown by Ranch Daddy here to keep his team well within striking distance in this crazy shitstorm that we got going on.
Wow.
All right,
How
Warfield
that got to the strike zone, nobody knows.
takes a look at that 34-mile-an-hour slider that moves probably 3 to 4 feet.
Yeah, nobody knows. how
Can't
that
blame
hit
him
the
for
strike
taking
zone.
that. And then he gets
And then he just gets
40-70s.
That's it.
As Tanek strikes out the side,
All right.
great resiliency from Ranch Daddy to keep his team in the ball game.
They need to string together some hits now.
Wild turn of events there. Wild.
1 mile an hour. Switches.
Bottom
1-0
three.
game to a 3-0 game.
Huge.
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 Huge. In a pitching match
I
of
mean,
this caliber.
Pot Bellies lose a flip on radar gun variants.
Yeah.
It's a 2-run swing. We're here at bottom 3. Pot Bellies are down 3. Is this a 7-inning game or a 5? 6.
Neither, Matt, actually. It's a
And
6.
Bobo hits one to the 5-6 hole.
Gets one through. The
Shelly
wall.
Duncan, we got ourselves a ball game.
We got ourselves a ball game.
Massive.
Gets one through the usually iron curtain left side
Bobo
of the infield
Borzamati.
of the Aces.
I gotta give it to Bobo
Somehow
Borzamati.
finds the hole.
Bobo finds weaknesses in every team's defense and just exploits.
Just exploits.
Absolutely, he's an exploiter.
We got Danny Eggs up to bat.
40 miles per hour.
Eggs hits a ground ball to third.
Poulin
They're gonna
handles
field it
it.
cleanly.
Brings up Tannic with 1 runner on. Or no. We have the sun.
That's gonna be Becca.
Becca the sun. Subbing in for Alicia.
Becca has 1 runner on here. And she hits one deep to right.
Oh, that could find
and that's
the
gonna
drop.
find
That's gonna drop it.
a base hit. Huge.
Was that clean?
That was clean. That's first
That's
and
gonna
third.
move Bobo over to third.
Bobo's
That's
gonna
huge.
take third base, and that's
got
gonna bring up.
First and third for Adam.
Wow, we got ourselves a game here.
We got the tying run at
1
the
out,
plate, and
first and third.
of everybody they could want, Adam Tannic.
What a game, Shelly. This is why we have 6 viewers. They want to
5.
watch. Oh, we're down to 5.
We're down to 5. It's okay. We lost one.
Tannic takes
48 miles per
pivotal
hour.
pitch 1 inside. Even the count at ones. And Tannic, oh, all over it.
He
All
wanted that
over
one.
that.
He wanted that one. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Brasco works ahead here. And Tannic does a good job laying off
50
of
miles per
ball
hour.
2. Even the count here at 2 is that runners on the corners with 1 out. Abby's not impressed over there at first base. Tannic not chasing that outside garbage.
That was ball 2, ball 3.
Ball 3.
Ball 3, we're full, right? Those up the count.
Payoff pitch here. And
Oh,
Tannic
you
sends one
can't-
deep to center.
You can't, that's gone. You can't give that
And he
to Adam.
ties up the game.
You can't give that pitch to Adam.
Carrasco comes into Tannic, and Tannic's not having any of it. And I'm not sure what happened first, Shelly. I don't know if the bat hit the ground first or the ball got over the center field fence.
But that ball was gone from the
The
time it
minute
hit the ball.
Tannic made contact with that ball, there was no doubt about it.
Coming down the pipe, the way that ball was coming down the pipe, I could have told you it was home run before he hit the ball.
That was an absolute moonshot.
6 miles per hour.
Incredible.
Incredible.
This is what we expect in championship games.
Ties it up. Tie ball game. Back to 0.
We are back to zeros.
Brand new.
Wait for yours, man. Wait for yours.
As Tannic drops his pants, takes
Clears
a dump
the
on that
bases.
3-2 fastball.
Huge.
Carrasco comes right back with a 50-mile-an-hour slider to get skater boy Nick Davila.
Not even in the area code.
Oh, that was a strike, but it was 50 miles an hour, so it would have been a ball. Carrasco does a nice job of bearing down and getting the next out.
It's gonna come back.
Oh, we're back up to 6. We gamed him back.
And Mark Rebstock
Woo!
gives us a little woo!
That was a dirty pitch.
I hope it's 49 when it gets there, right? Exactly.
Nice.
And JDN rolls over one,
Dan is not having it.
and Main Dan is going to make the
Dan's
play.
not having it.
I'm going to lead off again.
And ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
We have a tie
we
ball
have
game.
ourselves a 3-3 ball game going to the top half of the 4th.
Yep.
We are halfway through here, and this beautiful championship game where Tanik ties up the game with a 3-run hammer.
A disgusting center field bomb that just must have cleared it by 10 feet.
We're gonna have to ask Carrasco after the game what he might have been thinking on that 3-2 pitch. Not the guy you come into with a batting practice fastball.
That was definitely a batting practice fastball.
Gadget arm.
That was, as soon as I saw that coming down the line, I knew that Adams was taking that.
I couldn't agree more with you, Shelly. The minute that left his hand, they had trouble written all over it.
They had trouble written
Tanik
all over
wasn't
it.
going to miss that one.
Tanik was taking that for a ride, no doubt.
So we're going to go to the top half of the fourth here. As Tanik delivers a 64-mile-an-hour fastball to Petrikis, and Petrikis is having none of it, sends it right back up.
Bringing up Alex, he's already homered.
hole.
He's already homered in this.
And Carrasco's going on a little bit of revenge here. He lays off that 63-mile-an-hour dust.
Homered off the other pitcher in this game.
And Carrasco sends one deep to left center.
No.
But JDN is there to make the grab? No.
No.
That ball fell.
It'll move Matt over to 3.
So we got a clean single.
Clean single.
As Carrasco gets a little bit of revenge against Tanik with a no-out clean single to move Petrikis to third. And Aces have something brewing here in the top half of the fourth.
With runners on the corners and no outs.
Got a couple ducks on the pond.
And we got Dan who can go yard very
Dan
easily.
is very capable of all things, strikeout, walk, and home run. He has all of that in his arsenal.
Takes ball 1.
55 miles per hour.
He also has the hit by pitch in his arsenal.
Yeah.
As Tanik misses high with a 43-mile-an-hour slider.
Quickly, it's 3-1. Tanik's in a little bit of trouble. We got a hitter's count.
Shelly.
We got a hitter's count coming up for
Shelly, this
Dan.
is classic main Dan. Just works pitchers, doesn't swing at balls. And
Takes the walk.
Takes his
Takes the
walk.
walk.
Sometimes takes strikeout looking, but you know what? They're always usually pretty nasty.
That's going to pull up the bases for Tanik here with no outs.
Tanik's got himself in a jam.
Little
And
bit
Derek,
of a jam here in the fourth.
that's going to bring up Derek, who already has 2 home runs tonight. He's going to take a 55-mile-an-hour fastball for ball number 1.
Number 1.
It's a good eye by Derek to realize that pitch is a little hot. That pitch is not hot.
That pitch is not hot. That pitch was
43-mile-an-hour slider is good for strike 2. Foul ball.
foul ball. Foul ball.
We got
Off the bat.
a foul
Off the bat.
ball. A little bit of bad luck by Derek here.
Well,
What
Derek
would have been
needs
ball
to-
2.
He needs to drop his bat when that's coming like that.
52 miles per hour.
Tanik comes in with a 52-mile-an-hour.
Bringing up the Irishman.
Big strikeout by Tanik.
We got bases loaded, 1 out with Pat
Now we got 1
Houlihan.
out. He's going to take a 44-mile-an-hour slider for strike 2.
Strike 2.
48 miles per hour.
0-2 now. Tanik.
52.
Per hour.
Nasty 12-6, but it's a little hot.
Bounces it into
Which gives the Irishman another life. And he sends one to right, but it's foul.
Wow.
Also a little hot,
Good contact.
but the Irishman taking no chances.
49 miles per hour.
Trying to kill a pedestrian there on the right field line. But you know what?
Threw him past KJ and hit his own teammate, actually. And
58.
58.
Per hour.
So Tanik throwing absolute BBs.
Are we at 1 and 2 now?
We have an even count at 2s.
2-2.
Tanik finding all sorts of sheet metal, but some of them are a little bit too hot. So we got an even count here at 2-2. He's gonna go a little Louis Tiant, and he gets him.
He gets him on it.
He gets him with the smoke and mirrors. The Irishman falls for that Louis Tiant.
Brings up Abby.
And that's going to bring up Abby with 2 out and bases loaded.
Bases loaded.
Who's looking for a little revenge against Ranch Daddy, who struck her out twice already this game. Oh, she knows. She knows and she wants it. And that's good for strike 1.
What a nasty curve
Nasty
that had.
slide piece. Nasty.
Oh! And she
Tanik
at the
playing
floater.
all sorts of mind
is.
games. This is a guy. This is a guy who's fresh off of watching Queen's Gambit.
Oh, pitcher swinging.
And Abby is on
62.
mega tilt.
He set Abby on mega tilt.
I haven't
right
seen
there.
domination to that level in years.
Disgusting. Did not give her a pitch to hit.
That's three. 3 strikeouts.
That was like 70.
That was impressive. Tanik gets bases loaded, nobody out, and strikes out the side.
Again, aces, aces out. Aces, it's like they predicted it to me. It's like they predicted it to me in the bar before the game even happened that they were going to leave their bases loaded over and over. Matt jinxing his team pre-game.
Oh, was it?
She swung at it.
Oh, then that's, yeah, it has to be under 40. I didn't realize that. Yeah, yeah.
I was going to say something.
Wait, what?
What?
I thought Abby wanted to put under 40 the first pitch.
Hold on a second, guys. We got a little bit of
I don't know.
controversy.
I'm not really sure what's going on here.
I'll let you know, Matt. They're saying that females, their pitches for called strikes have to be under 40 miles an hour.
I did not know
And
that.
the first pitch that was a looking strike
Yeah, it
was
was 43
miles an hour. So that is
I did not know. I didn't know.
over the female limit is what we're
Did
saying.
not know that was a rule.
Is what we're saying. And they're going to let Abby come back up to bat with a 1 and 2 count. And bases loaded. Let's see if she can capitalize on this.
0-2. 0-2. 1-2.
1-2 because the first one was
Oh,
a
right.
ball.
Yeah, yeah. 43 mile an hour.
Yeah. She fouls it off again, keeping herself alive.
Foul ball. Foul ball.
She's going to keep herself alive here. With a big chance here to come up for the aces. Strikes are out anyway. We're going to go to the bottom half of the fourth
Tanik
with the
does
tied ball game.
incredible resiliency out of Tanik. Bases loaded, nobody out, and strikes out the side.
Now I'm wondering if any of my called strikes have ever been over 40 miles an hour.
Do you ever take pitches?
But I also tell them to pitch me fast. So I feel like I nixed myself on that rule because I want.
So, what do we make out with you? The first pitch, you threw a 43 mile an hour slider.
Yeah.
That's clearly under the threshold.
No, but for girls, it has to be under 40.
Yeah, but that doesn't account.
Yeah.
That shouldn't count for Abby. She's as good as hitter as me.
It's the same.
It's the rule. All right.
Yeah. She can still chase 80.
But I've had called strikes on me but I asked them to pitch me fast,
Yeah,
so
but-
that's.
So if you don't want to swing at it or you get tricked, it's a ball.
No, I've had called strikes on me over 40, but I also asked for pitches.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to be, is what we agreed on.
We're gonna go to the bottom half of the fourth
I'm
here.
just saying that it's
Tied
happened
at
to me
3.
this season, but I asked for it.
43 miles
You're
per
entitled
hour.
to call it.
I'm not gonna call him that shit. I ain't taking that shit. I don't want any
All right.
special treatment, except I do like that I get
Carrasco throws a nasty 1-1 curveball.
because it's more like a softball bat.
Shelly, I can't stress enough that the Aces really need Carrasco in this spot. It's 3-3, bottom half of the fourth. They're running out of time.
47 miles per
Really
hour.
needs to get his team back in the dugout
Yeah.
at a tie score. It's getting a little chilly. It's getting a little bit harder to hit some out, even with the wind. 2-2.
20 miles per hour.
Bobo working a great AB here to lead off the bottom half of the fourth.
Yeah.
Works it
Fills
full.
up the count.
He's going to take ball
gonna
4.
Gonna start off with a leadoff walk from Bobo.
As Carrasco struggles to get Bobo out after getting ahead 0-2 with a nasty 12-6.
We're gonna have Danny Eggs,
And that's going to bring up legend Danny Eggs.
my foosball partner, if you didn't know.
Fantastic foosball player. He's going to hit one and roll over it here for foul. Quick strike 2. Carrasco doing a good job working ahead of hitters.
25 miles per
Having a
hour.
little bit of trouble putting them away.
54 miles per hour.
Case in point by hitting Eggs with a 54 mile an hour fastball.
27 miles per hour.
Fuck. I mean, Eggs hits a weak rounder to third while also hitting the strike zone. And that's gonna bring up Becca with one man on and one out. Becca had a great opposite base hit to right field that ended up scoring on Tanik's moonshot. 39, that's strike one.
Strike one.
Great pitch by Carrasco.
21 miles per hour.
As Becca swings through strike two, she's gonna have another shot here. And she hits one up,
Keeps herself alive.
right back into the booth, but the booth can't make the play, so Becca's gonna have a third life here. Carrasco throws some dust in the top half of the quadrant. Finds nowhere near the strike zone.
Also,
31 miles per hour.
Becca takes it right in the rib
126 miles per hour.
at 126 miles an hour.
Something.
That can't be right.
Something registered in
Becca
there.
swings,
Miles per hour.
Alright.
rolls one over,
Carrasco's there to make the play.
and Rambo makes the
Brings
play.
up Tanik.
And this is the matchup we want. Alex Carrasco versus A-Bomb with 2 out. And they're gonna go to the pen.
They're gonna bring Dan.
They're gonna bring in Ace, main Dan.
Dan Pickering's coming in to finish
So
off this
Tanik's
game.
gonna come to the booth here and get a scouting report on Dan Pickering. He's got a filthy 12-6 curveball that finds the strike zone at a pretty high frequency. Also sports a
that wasn't good.
also sports a slide piece.
I'm gonna get it good at that, and we'll see what happens.
So in my opinion, Shelly, Dan sports 3+ pitches, but I think he relies on his 12-6 more than any other
He
pitch.
throws that pitch a lot.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
But quite frankly, if I could throw a pitch that broke that much and found the strike zone that much, I would probably be heavily weighted on it.
It's
Matt, you
gotta
got
be
2
your
pitches
go-to.
that
It's
break
gotta
that
be your
much.
go-to
He's
pitch.
got 2 very good pitches that break a lot in 2 different directions, but he does have a third pitch.
Can you just tell me how you get your nasty slider to read at 49 and my slow slider reads at 53? Can you just go at that, please?
So we're gonna ignore Chad's comment, and we're gonna get back to the game here.
We're gonna get back to the game here.
Is Tanik immediately playing mind games?
Two of the better step. In
And
the
it
box.
gets under, and I'm gonna say early chess move advantage to Tanik as main Dan can't find the strike zone.
We're gonna go to
Tanik is totally in Pickering's head. It's pretty clear. 2-1 count here as he missed twice with a 12-6. What's he gonna do here? Oh my lord.
He's gonna give him a 3-1
Tanik
count. Is what he's gonna do.
all
That's
over
what he's gonna do.
Pickering.
I mean, we all know Pickering likes to watch the best hitters.
There it is.
46
Comes
miles
back
per
with the
hour.
3-1 curve. Nasty pitch, Shelly. Just when you thought he was gonna fold, he comes right back at him. And that's gonna get a standing ovation from the box. Just when we thought he was gonna pussy out, he comes back with a 3-1 12-6. That's nasty as ever.
Strikes him out.
And Tanik rolls over one to hit a weak down ball.
Big
Second
run,
base.
yeah.
And we're joined here by Abby Motes.
Abby.
Guys, you seem to be protected from the wind.
Yeah, we're not getting a lot of wind action
We're not
here, but
getting
we
a lot of wind
sure as
action
shit
here.
see it.
Yeah.
It's crazy out there.
It looks crazy out there.
We saw the wind take your bat from the batter's box to the fence. We don't know if there was any added extra force, but I know what I saw.
Chris takes a quick ball one from Adam.
It's a little hot at
It's a
59.
little hot at 59. We're gonna go to a 2-1 count.
Tanik tries to level Chris into swinging at a pitch that's over the threshold. Chris, veteran hitter, not falling for it.
42 miles
As he works a 3-1 count in the top half of the 5th in a 3-3 game. And that's gonna find a strike
Adam's gonna find a strike.
at 33. So we got a full count here, top half of the 5th. Warfield against Tanik. Tanik just
misses,
misses.
like centimeters.
Warfield, great
So
at bat.
Bringing up Matt.
Early base runner, nobody out. Tanik already in trouble. Facing one of the dangerous hitters of the Wednesday Night League. Matt Petrikis.
Finds
47.
it.
And that's
Finds
going
the
to find the strike on the inner half.
You gotta go to 0-2 count.
Great pitch, Adam Tanek. What is strike two? And immediately gets him with a 46-mile-an-hour curve.
Bringing up a dangerous Alex Carrasco.
And ace starter, Alex Carrasco,
93 miles per hour.
going with a traditional bat as he takes Ephus
Miles per hour.
high and out. And he sends one right back up the middle.
That's gonna be a clean single.
Great piece of hitting by Alex Carrasco.
Gonna move Chris over to third.
And that's going to bring Chris Warfield to third with less than 2 out.
Runners
For
on the corners.
current pitcher
Dan.
and Ace's ace, Maine Dan Pickering. As he takes high
43 miles per
for
hour.
ball one. He's going to try to help himself out here. He's going to take ball two high and in. As Adam throwing the kitchen sink to his counterpart. And
Lays one out for him. That's
And
gonna score
Pickering
one. That's gonna score
hits an
one.
absolute piss missile to left center. And that's going to score a run and move Carrasco to third. And that leadoff walk is going to come back and bite Tanek in the ass.
It's gonna give the Aces a 4-3 lead here.
Aces are going to go up 4-3 in the top half of the fifth. As Derek takes strike two with runners on the corners. And Derek's going to 51.
Little hot.
Little hot from Tanek. Great job by Derek to lay off that hot stuff.
Just misses the low corner.
As Tanek comes back with 51 to even the count at twos. And that's going to be good enough for strike
That is
three.
gonna be a nice
Nasty.
A lot of movement on that ball.
Couldn't agree more, Shelly Duncan. And that's going to be out number two for the Irishman. Runners on the corners.
Matt, I think we might be at an all-time high with 8 listeners right now.
Wow, this is the most I've ever seen. 8 people chiming in for the championship game.
As Pat
As Tanek throws a slider to the Irishman who swings through for a quick strike two. No, foot's...
Foot is legal.
Hold on.
But that's a foul ball now.
Foul ball.
Foul ball off the foot of Tanek.
So,
Pitcher, foot is legal.
Pitcher's allowed to use foot. So really quickly, pitcher's allowed to use foot. However,
it came back
it
in.
came all the way back, so it's going to be a foul ball.
It's going to be a foul ball.
So we're going to do it again here.
1 and 2, I believe. 2 and 2.
As Tanek comes back in with 56. That's also hot
50.
at 50.
50. We're going to even the count up.
Full count here.
Full count with runners on
Runners on the corners.
2 outs.
2 out. And he sends one deep to right.
That could be gone. Scores 3 runs, putting the Aces up 4 runs in the top of the fifth. Huge at bat by Pat. Gonna give the Aces a 4-run lead with Abby coming up.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Shelly, I don't even know where to start.
Unbelievable. Takes it up, Bo. Takes it up, Bo.
That's the second time tonight.
Let's go, Abby. Keep it going.
That's the second time tonight Tanek loses a called strike 3 with 2 out on a 50-mile-an-hour pitch.
1 mile an hour, and then they hit a home run.
And the ensuing pitch is a home run.
All of the runs tonight,
I can't even
besides
breathe.
one,
I
have been
cannot
scored by
breathe.
that way. Unreal.
And
Abby sends one, but there's there to make the play. We're going to end the 5th inning that
Nick
way.
DeVille is there to make the play.
The damage has been done. The 1 mile an hour curse for Tanek has continued.
real.
You know the strategy is
And
100% wrong.
it's been
It's real.
2 home runs after a 1 mile an hour,
Shelly,
too fast called ball.
Shelly, you can't make
Unreal.
this shit up.
Championship wiffle ball going on right
You
now.
cannot
Matt.
make this shit up. 2 50-mile-an-hour back-to-back called strike 2 out pitches. the aces win the flip and then hit the ensuing pitch over the wall
Over the wall.
for a go-ahead home run.
Scored him 5 runs that way, Matt.
I'll tell you right now. This game is far from over. The Pot Bellies have
We have a 7-3 ball
an
game.
insane amount of resiliency.
It's really hard to throw strikes. Just have good at bats.
Is it 7-3? That was a grand slam.
No, they had scored a run earlier. They had scored a run earlier. That was a 3-run home run.
Per hour.
With them scoring 1 run prior to that, so now it makes it a 7-3 game in the bottom of the 5th.
So the Pot Bellies are chasing 4.
They're down to 6
miles
outs.
per hour.
6 outs to
Let's
get
make
these
it
4
tough
runs,
on 'em.
Matt.
Pot Bellies chasing 4 here in tough
Good at bats.
conditions, tough pitching conditions. As he swings, as Nick swings at potentially ball 3.
That was down, but that was hittable. It's good swing.
That looked like a
That's
strike to
gonna-
me, Matt.
it was
I
close.
think that was going to be a strike.
Even the count at 2s. He's going to take a full count here. As commentator Rampage really struggling the hiccups right now. Let's see if he can find it. And Nick swings at ball 4,
Carrasco's there to make the play.
but that had some nasty late movement where he was too close to take. This sucks.
Bring it up, JD. I got you.
Shelly's gonna sub him.
Bring it up, JD to
What does
bat.
that mean?
About 6 tomorrow.
Ooh, looks at a nasty strike from Dan. Don't know how that hit the strike zone. Looked high and inside. Somehow
Come on,
falls
Alex. Jesus
to
Christ.
find the sheet and make the count 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Woo! Just finds the top right corner of the strike zone somehow.
I
To strike
can't
him
get
out.
it. I can't get it.
Unreal, unbelievable. Nobody knows how that happened. So now we got 2 down in the bottom of the 5th.
That's gonna bring up Bobo
That's going to bring up
Borzamani.
Bobo.
Pot Bellies just looking for a base runner.
So let me guess. 2 outs, nobody on, and I'm up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna bring up switch hitter Bobo Borzamani. Pot Bellies just looking for a base runner against Ace's ace, Dan Pickering, who's sporting a 4-run lead with 4 outs to give. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they got a lot of work to do here, Matt. Bobo's going to tip that one off for strike
That's
number
a good
2.
cut, Shelly. That was
That
definitely
was definitely going to be a strike.
definitely gonna be a strike.
Going to give him an 0-2 count.
Like 3 walks.
He's going to miss a
That's a
little
great
inside. Dan's gonna
Great
miss a little
eye by
inside.
Bobo.
Very good eye by Bobo. Coming up with a 1 and 2 count. You think we're going to see the 12 to 6 here?
I think so. Yep, there it is.
True story, 12 to 6.
39 miles per hour.
Bobo fights it
57
off
miles per hour.
like a true batter.
$45 miles per hour.
Another foul ball. Still 1 and 2. Bobo showing some good resilience here. Good at bat by Bobo. Matt can't stop hiccuping.
I can't.
Fights it. Bobo fights it off again.
I can't. This is brutal. I'm gonna have to drink another beer.
Yeah. You can't.
No,
You
I
mean
got-
another soda?
4 miles.
Bobo
No, I need another beer.
misses.
That's beer, B-H-E-E-R.
Back here. Looks like Chris is going to lead us off in the top of the 6th.
I'm a super nerd about that.
Ace is looking to pad their lead they have coming into the
88 miles per hour.
final inning of this championship game.
We're gonna go to the top half of this.
Matt's gonna need to catch his breath here after.
We're gonna go-
the hiccups. He
We're gonna go.
can't
Yeah, I
stop.
do. I got hiccups.
I thought you were about to puke.
I'm trying.
No, I'm nowhere
no.
near puking.
I'm trying to help him out.
The facial reaction you had when you turned around.
Yeah, I can't breathe.
Apparently, if
All right.
the Aces win tonight, we're all going to Spearmint Rhino to look at some titties. So
Warfield swings at what would have been ball
swings
1.
at a dirty pitch from
He's
Tannic.
thinking about
The
titties
bottom,
and
the
Spearmint
bottom
Rhino.
dropped out of that one.
Too busy thinking about titties and fucking vagina.
That's way hot.
Miles per hour.
That was very hot.
As a co-commissioner, Chad Phillips is way out of line.
too hot
55.
too. 55 coming in.
Warfield
There
does,
was there's a 2 mile an hour difference between those two pitches for sure.
as
sure.
Warfield does a good job laying off.
It's 2 and 2. 2 and 2.
I didn't know you were still here.
Chris fights it off.
Great at bat by Warfield.
129.
Fouling off
Keeping
tough
himself
pitches
alive.
from Tanik.
Ooh,
he's gonna swing
gets him
through
with
strike
the
three.
changeup. That was a nasty changeup.
Nasty change piece from Adam Tanik.
Hard to adjust to that, Matt.
I agree.
I don't know how you. Matt rips one down the left field line, but unfortunately it's foul. So he's going to come in with an 0-2 count. Don't look at me like that, Chris.
Patrica sends one to third.
Sends one to third.
Oh!
Gets past Danny Eggs.
And that's going to get
Just
past
has
Danny Eggs, who
just
almost
enough-
makes a beautiful play.
Just enough heat on it to bounce off his hands and
Patricas
go
hits a
past the
rocket.
line.
Down the third base line.
Definitely hot. Hard to stop.
That's going to bring up Aces starter Alex Carrasco.
He has one home run night.
He does have one home run this game. He's going to look for his second. As he swings through that two-string piece.
Got a 1 and 2 count. Adam comes straight at him. That was a nice pitch by Adam Tanik to sit.
Carrasco gets
Carrasco
fooled
down. Bringing up Dan with
by the legend.
2 outs. Runner on first. Adam comes straight at him.
56.
Too hot. 56. Gonna even the count up to 1-1. Takes the ball 2.
That pitch misses in. 55.
55, little hot.
That one you threw to me was way faster. It was 49. Did that seem fast?
Yeah.
This seemed fast, but not that hot. I think it has to do with probably
The wind or something's messing with the radar gun
release
tonight.
point. 42. That's pretty right.
That seemed alright.
Release point's big.
5 miles per hour.
So we got a full count here.
That's a lot.
Sorry, that was a full count. That's gonna put runners at first and second here for Captain Crunch, who's been all hit or miss tonight. Pretty much home run or strikeout, which is what I think the Aces want in this spot.
Swings and misses for strike 2.
As Derek swings through the first pitch curveball.
And Adam,
51.
51, little hot. Adam's looking a little mad at our radar lady.
Adam really humming it in there, according to science.
Track it all the way to the best.
Yeah, I got it. That's good. Oh, 52.
52. That can't be right.
We're going radar gun.
Look like you're gonna crush every pitch.
2-2.
Don't give up on it. Yeah, 2-2. Don't give up on every pitch.
Science isn't bullshit, all right? 49.
Load like you're gonna kill it. Let's go.
That's gonna be ball 4.
And Derek does a good job working a walk here.
We've had some big plays.
And that's
on the
gonna bring
radar
up
gun.
the Irish hero who got jammed on a pitch inside last at bat and sent it over the right field wall. As Tanik is having none of it and comes right back at him.
55
It's gonna
miles
be a
per
ball.
hour.
Back to the hands. Come on, kid.
52
Evens
miles
the
per
count up
hour.
at 2
Give it
and
another ride,
2.
baby. You got this.
Woo!
42
All
miles
right, we
per
got a
hour.
full count.
Win this right now, Pat. Win this.
Runners
You're
on
gonna bring
first
it
and
back
second,
all the way to the
or
back.
full. Oh, we got full bases full. That's gonna be a walk, and Adam's gonna walk a run in here in the 6th, making it 8-3. With Abby Moats up to bat, known home run hitter, but has not been able to do anything against Adam tonight. She's gonna take ball 1.
44 miles per hour.
Oh, she sends one in there for a clean
Abby with a
single.
huge clean
Scoring
bases
2 runs, putting the aces,
Single.
maybe taking this game out of reach for the Pot Bellies with only 3 outs remaining.
That was a single, right?
That was a clean single. Scores 2 runs.
Yeah. Okay.
That's gonna bring our score to
It's getting out of hand
10
quickly.
to 3.
As Warfield grounds out to eggs.
That'll end the inning, but the damage has been done.
I gotta say, Shelly, a lot of radar
And-
radar gun variance has
The radar
not been
gun
on the
variance
Pot Belly side.
Not been on the Pot Belly side.
They lost
tonight.
2 flips on a 50-mile-an-hour pitch that resulted
Sure
in
did.
immediate home runs.
Immediate home runs for 5 of these runs. But even if you take those 5 runs away right now, it's 5 to 3.
It's crazy.
So
Crazy.
Pot Bellies got a lot of work to do in these
A lot
3
of
outs.
wind, a lot of variance. I don't know what to tell you, Chris. I think the Aces are just destined to win season 2.
They are destined to win season 2.
Science is a believer.
I think we need more than that.
Pot Bellies chasing 8? 11 to 3. What's the score? 10. Pot Bellies chasing 7 to tie, 8 to win. Chris, I don't know about you, but I would love to see a 7th spot. Nothing would excite me more than going to the top half of the 7th.
Listen, Matty, the Aces, their team chemistry right now, the way they're cheering on their teammates, it seems like they are driven to win this championship.
I agree, and there it is, that 12 to 6 curve from none other.
Dan Pickering
And
on
Dan
the mound
Pickering.
seems like he's ready to win this championship.
As Eggs fouls off a tough curveball. Great cut by Eggs.
Without the 2 outs, everyone's going to be a little more relaxed.
41 miles per
And
hour.
Pickering comes back with a nasty curve against Danny Eggs.
Sends
And that's
Eggs to
gonna
the
bring-
sideline.
I'll tell you, Chris, I've been back here all night. Pickering's 12 to 6 curveball has been probably the best pitch of the night. He's been relying on it on a heavy diet, and I don't blame him.
40 miles per hour.
As he sports his 3rd pitch, tertiary pitch, 2-seamer, tertiary. As he comes back to back 2-seamers.
Fast too, so good.
Pickering is looking driven. He's looking focused. You're noticing his pace.
I agree.
Pace between his pitches.
Couldn't agree more. He's locked in.
He's ready to win this series.
35 miles per hour.
Locked in.
It's going to be another strike for Pickering. Looking strong out there on the mound.
Absolutely, Chris. That's going to miss wide. So we're going to have a 3-1 count here to back.
3-1.
Oh, 3-1, yeah.
It's got to be there.
Pickering's going to have to send a lot of those wide. That's not going to be it. That is going to be another out. The Aces.
That's 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th.
Down to their last out. This
Pot
is
Bellies are down to
not
the last
looking
out.
good for them.
But they have their best option up. And a walk single is going to be just as good as a home run. As the Pot Bellies are chasing 8. As Tanek hits an absolute piss missile to right
Oh
field.
my god, that was so hard.
It was hard.
Looks like it
Not
just
sure what's harder.
results in a 1-baser.
43 miles per hour.
That's all the Pot Bellies want out of Tanek there. That's going to bring up local successful robber Nick Davila. Just robbed the local 7-Eleven of a bunch of slushies and shit.
Nasty.
33 miles
Nasty 12 to 6 pitch by Pickering.
Looks like
The
7-Eleven
bottom
is
just
about
dropped
to
out
get
of that.
eaten.
Yeah, the bottom definitely dropped out of that.
Did not look like it was anywhere near the strike zone.
Ooh.
40 miles
As
per
he takes
hour.
one into the chin.
Right off the chin. 1 ball.
He's a tough guy.
1 and 2.
And we're going to have a 1-2 count.
And
That's going to do it. And that's it for season 2.
Aces champions.
As the
Well
Aces do
deserved.
it with the long ball
Well deserved.
off
Home
of
run
some
hitters.
radar gun controversy. But nonetheless,
Nonetheless, they won 10 to 3. You can't
They did
take it
win.
away from them. Even if you take those 5 runs away.
even if you take away those 7
5 runs, they still win. 5-2.